got enough time to sort out all the fights.
Hello guys, welcome back to Being Mrs. Fraser. As you can tell by the title, we are building a fireplace. I am excited to share this with you guys, so I hope you will stick around. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Come back. I have a lot of decorating inspiration, grocery hauls, cleaning motivation, and a bunch more to share with you guys. So definitely come along though. We have a lot to get done. So we're literally just going to jump right into this video. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a before so you can see kind of what, like, just the big change. It is such a change. Again, I am so excited to be sharing this with you guys today. And I can't wait for you guys. Make sure you stick it out. Stick around to the end. I know there's a lot in this video today. But anyway, first we gotta move everything out of the way so we can get some measurements.
Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you really are. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep.
If you guys are new to my page, hello, welcome. I'm Tammy, mama of 4. We moved into this home about a year and a half ago. We moved from Nebraska, where we have grown up, born and raised. We had our children and everything for 36 years, and we sold everything and moved to Florida. We are about Central East Coast, Volusia County area, if you know where that's at. We have this cute little ranch style home, and we have slowly just kind of been making it our own. We did reno the kitchen, my husband and I. The kiddos actually helped too. So if that's something that interests you, definitely stick around because we have a bathroom that we're going to be redoing, and all the bedrooms still need to be redone. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and start. While I was measuring, I got a ding dong on the doorbell and the fireplace showed up. Perfect timing, I'd say.
River goes, baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down.
Alrighty, so perfect timing. The fireplace showed up as I was moving everything out of the way. I am so excited to be doing this. This is a long time coming. I wanted to do this before we bought anything. When we first bought this house, I knew I wanted a fireplace like this. For whatever reason, we didn't do it, and now's the time. So I wanted to take it all the way up to the ceiling. However, that guy right there is preventing me from doing so. So we're going to build a base. Then we're going to take the TV off the wall and take the shiplap all the way to the ceiling, but it's going to be flat, flush on the wall. I'll throw up some pictures to kind of give you guys some ideas of what I'm talking about. But that way, it'll kind of give the appearance of the shiplap going all the way up, or the appearance of a full-size, I almost said microwave, the appearance of a full-size fireplace. But I'm so excited. This guy, I'm a little confused on though. It's showing that there are screws that you can undo to take the front glass piece off, but I'm not 100% sure where those are. These little pictures are really hard for me to see. Like, yeah, so let's see, press the button and pull out. I don't know. I have no idea. So we're going to have to wait probably for the hubby to put all this in together. Hopefully he doesn't get off work too late today, but okay, I thought that was broke there for a second. So anyway, but I can go ahead and start cutting on the wood and start bringing those pieces in. I'm going to make a mount on, or like a bracket on the wall that connects to the studs. I'm just going to have to knock until I find them. That way we will have something to mount the fireplace, or the new fireplace. I don't really know what to call it, but basically that way we can put somewhere to attach the wood onto the wall so it will keep it sturdy so it doesn't fall over or anything like that. So let me go ahead and get some measurements here. My idea is to do a 60-inch lengthwise, probably about 15 to 17-inch depth. Our old stand here was like 57 by 17 by I think like 40, and I would kind of like to go a little bit higher. I haven't fully decided. We do only have 8-foot ceilings here, so they're not terribly tall ceilings, but I think, well, that's a 42-inch fireplace. So I think 60 inches wide by maybe 52 inches tall. We'll see. So let's go ahead, let's go cut some wood and get started. But first, measurement.
This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know that you don't know what's no more. No, I got so high on a hill. That's when I loved you the most. No, I thought I should let you know that you don't know what's no more. We don't know what's no more. We don't know what's no more. We don't know what's no more. No, no.
I'm going to do my best and give you guys as many measurements as I can. I did about 95% of this project on my own. As you will see in this video, my hubby was working hard, for us because I am a stay-at-home mom, and so YouTube is kind of my outlet. But anyway, I am doing this project. The base started at about 40 by 60, so that is 40 inches high and 60 inches wide. The fireplace is a 42-inch fireplace. I wanted to go as big as I could for the space. Now again, our living room is tiny. We just live in a tiny little, just over 1,200 square foot house, but we want to make things as cozy as possible. When we first moved here, I was like, okay, we're moving to Florida, we're moving to the Sunshine State. I feel like everything just needs to be bright and airy, and you guys, that's just not me. I have loved black furniture, dark furniture pieces for as long as I can remember, before it was in style, before it was the thing to do. So, and I'm taking it back to where my heart really is. And I just love dark furniture, just something that's warm and keeps you cozy. So that is kind of where this fireplace is coming from. But anyway, first I started by just cutting the side pieces. These are 40 inches tall. I can't remember how wide they are. I think I did I feel like they're like 15 inches wide, if I remember correctly. So yes, I think they're 15 inches wide, or depth wise, because when I cut the shiplap, it was just a smidge longer to make up the difference between the space and the wall on that. So anyway, if you are new here, sometimes I do kind of ramble on, and I apologize for that. But again, this is my outlet as a stay-at-home mom. So your girl talks, and she talks a lot. But anyway, guys, so I'm just starting basically with the two side pieces. I have done so much research on this. I have looked all over Pinterest and YouTube, and just to get as many ideas as possible on how to go about framing out a fireplace. So this is kind of all from memory of all that studying that I did. And again, I'm just kind of starting with the walls, and then I'm going to build the front piece that will hold the fireplace. Just trying to basically build a frame.
Too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lighting. Don't wanna pick a fight with it.
I did want to customize this as much as possible and get the perfect fit. Now you can measure to your heart's desire, and things just don't always line up. So I thought it easiest to bring the fireplace out in the garage and actually lay it into the space, and that way I could build my supporting boards to actually hold it right up next to the fireplace. And I will tell you what, this thing it fit perfectly like a glove, and it's not going anywhere. It almost didn't even need any screws. But anyway, yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and attach the front piece to the side pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and put some support brackets in, basically supporting that bottom wood, that bottom 2x4 that is holding that fireplace. It's going to need some braces in there to help support the weight, so that way it doesn't bow or give out or whatever over time.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now.
I would like to add too that I was extremely intimidated by this project. I was like, I don't know. You know, I've used the saw before. I've used the screw gun, the drill, and all the things. That's not new. But going this big of a project by myself, I was very intimidated. But I will just say, do not be scared. If you can, you know, screw in some screws and chop some the saw so you can cut pieces, you can do this, I promise. Again, it wasn't easy. It took a total of like 3 days. I had almost 6 hours of filmed footage for you guys. There was a lot of behind the scenes that I didn't even add in here because honestly I didn't feel like they were that important, but I added as much as I could without it just being too much. But again, don't feel intimidated. Do not feel like you cannot do this. I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it too.
Favorite things, you could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked.
So as you saw, the hubby just got home from work and he pulled up just in time because I got the entire frame piece built and it was ready to go inside. So, and it was kind of heavy. If this is a lot of 2x4, a lot of lumber put together. So it was a bit heavy, and so he helped me carry it inside, and then I left the work for him to attach it to the wall. So earlier you saw me measuring and I was finding the studs in the wall, and so I had already pre-marked those for him, but I let him, you know, do the actual drilling and then bolting it to the wall. So he went ahead and did that for me. He got it all attached, and then he also got the 2 vertical braces in for the fireplace.
Be shy, we'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked.
Alrighty guys, we are on day 2, and I thought I would just give you kind of a look at what got done. So just kind of a recap of yesterday, I went ahead and got everything framed up. Fred came home, we got it moved inside. He put brackets on here, or like, I just lost the word, but anyway, basically boards on the back there and there. So because the fireplace we got, the way it attaches, it doesn't attach from the sides, it attaches like through the front underneath the glass. So he put some frame pieces on there, so that way we can put the fireplace there. And then we put these little pieces here and here, so I can put shiplap up and have something to connect the shiplap to. We did notice, which actually really upset me, the piece of wood that we bought for the mantle. We picked this up at Lowe's, and it was supposed to be 20 inches wide. It would have fit perfectly had it been 20 inches wide. But as you can see, if we want to have a little bit of a ledge, which I do, so I have it pulled out here a little bit, and I just put some scrap pieces of 2x4 back here to see what it would look like. So my thought on this is we can go ahead and keep the piece, because apparently it's a problem. I should have read the reviews online, that although this is advertised as 20 inches wide, basically none of the pieces are 20 inches wide. So they typically run about 15 to 17. So anyway, I thought about putting a 2x4 back here and maybe putting hinges on this so we can use it for a little bit of storage, because as you can see, you have all this heading space here that we could use for storage. So it's kind of a thought. I mean, Fred does have an Xbox. He's a gamer. We love movies and stuff like that. So that's kind of my thought. I don't know if we're going to go that route, but I don't know. But like I said, so that's where that's kind of at. I want to get done today the rest of the shiplap, going all the way up, and then we're going to take the shiplap all the way up to the ceiling. So I need to cut side pieces, like framing pieces, and then I'm going to paint the shiplap, and we'll get the fireplace inserted and hopefully get this thing done today.
Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for right. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. The things I love, the things I love, 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 love. The things I love, the things I love.
So again, as you saw, I was just doing some measuring. I will tell you, what is that saying? Measure twice, cut once. I measured so many times. I probably over measured because you'll see here, I made an oopsies. You'll see that here in a few minutes. Unfortunately, my son was home. He was giving me a little bit of help by lifting up the pieces, and I definitely cut one of the pieces wrong, and I did have to go buy some more. But that is just keeping it real, because that is what we do here at Being Mrs. Fraser. We keep it as real as possible. But anyway, again, I'm just going through, I'm measuring, I measured all the length and the sides that I needed for the base of the fireplace, and then I'm just cutting down the shiplap to the size that I need.
Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want.
So this is another part that I kind of messed up on. I forgot that I needed a hole for the fireplace where the fireplace was going to go. So I just went ahead and cut some side pieces. I remeasured those and then went out and cut those to kind of go up the sides. And then you'll see later on, I needed to actually rip down one of these boards to about half its width. And so I actually had the hubby do that as well, because, well, I needed the circular saw and I didn't know where it was at, so. But anyway, so I just cut down a few boards. That way I could go ahead and go up the sides of there. I think they were probably about 12 inches compared to the length of the 60 inches that I initially had. But again, super easy. And then I'm just using the nail gun to attach it to the frame pieces. Once I get to the top, you'll notice that I do have a little bit of a gap. It is about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. You guys, our home was built in the 80s. There is a lot of settling. If you don't know, Florida is basically sand. So we have a 1980s home built on sand. The house settles. It settles everywhere. Even our home back in Nebraska settled. Nothing was perfectly square. I don't even think any new build things are perfectly square. So I will say it kind of started on the left side at like 1.5 inches and went down to about 2 inches. But that's okay. I did just pick up when I had to go buy a new piece of shiplap, because here's where I messed up. You'll see here in just a second.
When I went to buy the shiplap, I also bought a piece of trim board so that way I could fit it into that spot. It wasn't a perfect fit, but it looks very nice. So make sure you stick around so you can see how that turned out.
The backseat, wide awake is the way that you left me. Oh, now it's clear we are here back at your house, and I keep fading into the background. I'm wide awake now, you keep missing out for sure.
Alrighty, guys, I am slowly but surely getting this done. I got a trim piece put up like right along here. I put the edges on. This is quarter round, I think is what it's called. So as you can see, like it seals off like those raw edges. Let's see, what else did I do? I did finish taking the shiplap all the way to the top. I need to find a trim piece for this small little area, which I'll probably just use what I used here. Can you guys see that even? Yeah, so I'll probably just get another piece of this to put along that very top, but we're almost done. She just needs to be painted, and the fireplace put in. I also need to put a little piece right along there of shiplap that I need to cut down, but I need the circular saw, and hubby's not home and I don't know where it's at. So I also don't trust myself with the circular saw, so we'll let him take care of that. But it's definitely going really well. I think I'm really loving it. I think we did decide too. I just added 2x4. I'm losing my words here today, guys. I added a 2x4 to the back here, so we'll have about a 3-inch overhang, and so this board needs to be trimmed down too, and I think we are going to put hinges on it, so that way we can lift this up and possibly store things underneath of here. So once hubby comes home from work, we'll kind of discuss that a little bit more, whether he wants to do that or not. But I think for now it can always be an option as long as we don't like nail or screw that in down, make it permanent, you know? So that's the other thing that just needs to be done, is this needs to be cut down to match the 2x6 or 2x4 and painting. So yeah, we're making progress, guys, and I am so excited. I cannot wait until it's done.
Take down your walls and let me ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, brick by brick, now let me ooh, ooh, ooh. I wanna be right there by your side.
So it is finally time to paint. This is the third day. Actually, this took us about 4 days because we did have some little finishing touches we did on that 4th day. I will say I do have a little bit more to go back and kind of do. So tip from Tammy, when you are using shiplap, if you plan on painting it, paint the pieces or at least the edges before you put them up on your project. I was having such a hard time getting into those grooves. And I knew this. I knew that I was supposed to paint before, but for whatever reason, I didn't. And now I'm paying for it. But yes, so tip from Tammy, paint your project before you hang it. You can always go back and do some touch-ups. I promise you it will be so much easier on you. Yes. I will say also, because I don't think I mentioned before, we found the fireplace on Amazon, so I will definitely make sure that is linked down below for you guys. It is a affiliate link. It does not cost extra for you guys to use my affiliate link. It just gives me a little bit of a kickback, which I greatly appreciate. But anyway, so the fireplace was about $200. I think it runs about $200. They offer a variety of sizes, anywhere from 30 inches, I think, up to like 58 or 60 inches. Again, we got the 42-inch one. It was as big as I could go in our space. And then all the lumber and everything was about $300. So overall, I think we spent about $500 total for this entire project. Now, if we had somebody come into our home and do this, I'm sure that price would double. But again, we like to do things as much as possible around here ourselves. So saving some money, even with all the pain, the bruises, the cuts, the swearing, the sweating that went into this. It was definitely worth it. But anyway, also, just so you know, we did already have this paint from before a project. The wall that I did in our dining room, if you guys haven't seen that, you can kind of see it there in the background with like the baskets. I did some boarding on there, a fun little, it's not really a cube because it's not 3D, but grid is the word I'm looking for. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. But anyway, so the paint we did have left over, I think it is tricorn black from Sherwin-Williams. However, I love Valspar, and that is what Lowe's has. They have Sherwin-Williams too, but we use Valspar for everything. I love it. I think it holds up very nicely. It washes well. It is a satin sheen, so that saved us, I think, probably about $40 to $50. Paint is crazy expensive nowadays, so yeah, we had that sitting around. But remember, if you don't have paint sitting around, that will add to the cost of your project.
Sweet and you care about my night, but I'm sobering up in this moment's past. Oh yeah, I don't wanna be tucked in someone else's arms.
So again, we are on day 4, and I just wanted to do a rough fit of the mantle. We had some issues. This was supposed to be 20 inches wide, and it was only 15, but you know, for whatever reason, hardware stores don't measure their wood correctly, ever.
Alrighty, so just an update. We're on day 3. As you can see, it is mostly done. There are a few little white spots. I'm gonna have to get a really tiny paintbrush to get in there. It was literal like hell trying to get in those crevices. Definitely paint your boards before you hang them. You can always do touch up later, at least the edging. But anyway, so as you saw, I just placed that back in. Hubby and I got this put back up last night, and then I'm gonna go ahead and, well, we gotta pull the tape and then get the insert in today. So let's go ahead and get this thing finished up.
So now is getting down to the final touches. Hubby came in and saved the day by drilling out a hole. Now we could have went and had the electrical moved to inside of the fireplace, so we didn't have to drill into the side of it. But I wanted to keep a low budget on this. We are not electricians, so I didn't feel comfortable doing it ourselves. It probably would have been easy. But it was much easier going this route. So hubby just drilled a hole through the side so I could fit or run the cord through it, and then we could plug it in. If you can see the plug in there, it's just under the shelf. But anyway, I gotta go ahead and remove the bracket because this fireplace, not only do you can use it the way we're using it, or build a construction frame for it, or you can actually just hang it right on your wall if you'd like. I love this fireplace. It seems very heavy duty, very great quality. There was other fireplaces that were much more expensive, that just were out of the budget realistically, and so I do love this fireplace. Again, it has a variety of colors you can use, which I will be showing those to you, so definitely stick around. But anyway, I wanted to get it in place, plug it in, make sure it works, and then once I knew it worked, I just kind of attached it right to those braces that Fred had put in for us. And yeah, so now it's just down to the detailing here, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and add these little crystals that came with it. These give kind of that ambiance, just kind of more of a romantic ambiance. I love it. It is just beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and get these put in there, and then we will turn it on and I will show you what it looks like.
As it's starting to snow, and I realize as you hand me the coffee cup, falling just like this.
I almost forgot I had to put the front piece on. So this glass piece is super easy. It just has little hooks on the back of it, and it hooks right into that other fireplace piece. And then what is more just amazing, you just peel the plastic right off. So satisfying. But anyway, so here it is. Here's the fireplace. Again, it is a 42-inch fireplace from X Beauty on Amazon. I absolutely love it. It is so simple. You just attach the cord to the back piece where the motor and all that is at. And then there is a tiny little screw on the front. But again, it offers a wide variety of colors from light pink, purple, blue, green, teal, red, orange. There's like a yellowish color if you're more of a neutral person. You can change the color of the flames, the speed of the flames. You can see they were going really slow right here. And yeah, you can dim it, make it brighter or not. There are just a lot of functions, and I absolutely love that you have a remote, but if you lose your remote, because it is tiny, you have a little light up display also on the front of the fireplace. So also, side note, it is a heater, so if you get cold, you can definitely turn the heater on, which was another thing that I absolutely loved about it. Not that we will be using the heater very much down here in Florida, but I just loved the ambiance of it. Last and final thing, I do want to go ahead and let you guys know we did put hinges on the lid, so that way it is functional, and hopefully someday we'll be able to insert like a little basket or a box inside of there for some storage. And then I did want to go ahead and show you behind the TV as well. And then again, I just wanted to share the before for you guys. You guys can kind of get a little bit of a reminder of what it looked like and then what it looks like now. I hope this video gave you all the motivation and inspiration that you need to tackle your own projects or maybe a faux fireplace. I hope you guys will stick around and subscribe, and I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe until next time. Bye, guys.